Magic with Alicia Marie, one of the featured cosplayers. How are you today?
Yay, having such a good time. Today's day one, so my energy's up, I'm ready to go. I actually got a chance to walk through the hall right before it opened, and it was super crowded. Everyone's dressed up. I wasn't sure how it was gonna be because it's the first day of the con, and also it's rainy today, so I wasn't sure. But everybody's dressed up.
The Chicago weather's not cooperating with us.
Not today, but the rest of the weekend's supposed to be really fly, so we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. I have different cosplays planned for different days, but it's gonna have to work with the weather. I don't know which ones, because I was gonna wear a completely different cosplay than this one today, but this is more suited for the wind. Mm-hmm. We are the windy city.
We are.
I asked someone earlier, why do they call it the windy city? I don't really know. Maybe because it's windy.
I heard it has something to do with the politics. I can't confirm that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard it's because our politicians are windy, but I can't confirm that.
That's
so if you're watching this, Google it and let me know.
I'm learning something here today in the interview.
So I know we're early into the convention, but how's the interaction been with everybody, with the fans, with everybody around the convention?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're definitely early, but I did get to bump into a few, especially walking through the convention. What is it? The Skywalk?
Yeah, between the hotel and the convention center.
And I mean, everyone, like I said, everyone's in a really good mood. Everyone's just ready to go. If you've been to a convention,
right.
People, when they come here, they're ready to do the thing. They want to see people in their cosplays. They want to shop. They want to buy things. They want to talk to guests. They want to see they want to go to panels.
Right.
And so, I mean, everyone's just really nice and excited. So I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good long weekend.
It is. It's Labor Day weekend. We're in for a fun long weekend.
And there's a lot of stuff going on, in one place. I went to look around and I was like, oh, I'm going to try not to shop, but that's going to be impossible.
Well, it's tough when you're on the floor. Your table's right there. You can see it all. It's right in front of you.
It's tempting, all of it.
So you mentioned your lineup for this weekend a little bit, and of course variable due to weather, but what is kind of your plan for the weekend as people come around and meet you?
Okay, so, you mean cosplay-wise?
Yes, your lineup.
Ooh, my lineup? Okay, I love talking about that. Okay, so obviously this is so one of my things with cosplay is I either do a cosplay that's spot on, canon, or I do a version or a look of it, especially if it's cosplay that's been done a million times. I kind of want to throw my take on it. This is my take on the Major Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, of course. That's today. Tomorrow, I'm going to do Psychos from One Punch Man.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I get to wear a nice long gown. And then on Sunday, I'm doing Kuri from Naruto because she is definitely underrated as a character and gets no love. So I'm gonna do that cosplay. And that's it. All three cosplays are relatively comfortable, but nothing is comfortable after 7 hours. But I will still be smiling and I'll still be excited to meet people and see what you have on. And I want you to tell me about your cosplay experience and what you like to do. So come visit me in booth 605.
Awesome. So what was level 1 of cosplay like for you? What was that character that made you say, I want to recreate this, I want to put my own spin on it, I want to have this?
Oh my God, you mean my very first cosplays?
Yes.
Okay, forget going back to high school when I was I'm gonna be a Disney princess. The cosplay that made me want to do it was Storm. It was 90s Storm. I was I'm gonna have to at some point, even though energy-wise, I'm not really sure Storm is me. I think energy-wise, I'm probably more Captain Marvel. But I was I'm gonna have to do that. So that's when that was the first time I threw myself into a costume to that level. I brought it to San Diego Comic-Con, and the response from people was I remember I was so shy. I remember coming down the hotel steps don't make fun of me, don't look at me, don't. But everybody was so nice. And that's what started it. So now, I'm like a maniac. I come out of the room like this.
Ready to go.
Let's go. In the beginning, I definitely wasn't like that. I was way more shy.
Makes sense. So, being a cosplayer, you kind of learn a lot of different trades. You kind of become a jack of all trades. What are some tips, some trades you've picked up throughout the years of constructing and making costumes? Okay,
yeah, that's actually a really, really good question. I did not start cosplaying thinking I was going to be a maker at all. It just, obviously when you're doing something, you pick up certain things as you're in it. I mean, I started doing this years and years ago. Not that long, don't laugh. But like I said, sometimes I like to take a look and then play with it. And things don't exist in nature. And since they don't exist in nature, and even if you try to tell a maker kind of what you want, sometimes they can't really interpret.
Right.
They can't read your mind. I know what I want. So because I know what I want, I realized I was gonna have to figure out how to make it. And then I made my first cosplay. I remember it was a mess. It started falling apart as I was walking around the convention. This is years and years ago. I've since learned how to battle forge costumes so I can break dance in them and they won't fall apart. Okay, so just a quick couple notes on cosplay construction is you can't be afraid of foam. Foam is great because it's so lightweight and you can literally turn it into anything. You can pack it in your suitcase, you can throw it on the highway and run over it in your car sometimes, and just heat form it back into shape. Like, these are really fun. You can't be afraid to put heat on foam. A lot of people are 3D printing things now,
Yes.
which is really great because it's really, it's simple. You get someone to model, or you learn how to model yourself, and computer can do it. The one thing we have to figure out about 3D printing is durability.
Yeah.
Because you go to conventions and they have hospitals.
Right.
The hospital people.
Sometimes they're walking around on the floor just ready to assist.
You literally go in hospitals, and at the convention, all you're going to see is people trying to fix their 3D printed costume pieces. So when we get that flexibility version, everyone's going to be 3D printing when they figure out how to make PLA not crack. Jeez.
So you've kind of gone over a lot of tips, but if someone wants to jump in headfirst into this hobby, what are some tips you could give them?
Okay, so that's going back to what I said, don't be shy.
Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. So many people write to me and they're, I would love to get into cosplay. How do I do it? I was like, put a costume on. You don't have to be a cosplayer. You don't have to be a maker. Those are two different things entirely. I started off by making little things for my costumes, and then I went into making everything, and then I started making for other people. That's a whole different field. You don't have to make things for other people or even yourself. You can just be a model. You can just buy a costume and put it on because you like it. You can thrift a costume, pieces. You can style a costume. It's just about your love of the character. It's your artwork, and then not being afraid to show it off. I remember the first time I started doing panels at a convention.
Yes.
Somebody was talking well, what if people are make fun of me if I post it online? I was like, so let them make fun. You know the things people say to me on the internet. It doesn't matter. You're having fun. It's your costume. It's your art. It's your character. Share it with the world because it makes you happy or not. But getting into cosplay is literally just getting into it. Getting into it as a business. I'm doing a panel at 1 o'clock here at the...
Here today.
Here today. I'm doing a panel at 1 o'clock on how to make a business out of this stuff, which is sort of looking at it from a different angle, because it involves branding a little bit, finding out who you are, as a cosplayer. What do you like? Those words branding and marketing and social media. Those words that make you go,
the buzzwords that...
Networking, But that's it. But getting into cosplay is simple. It's just pick a convention or just pick your social media page, pick a character you like to do, say, I'm going to put this costume together and I'm going to put it on, and I'm not going to do it tomorrow, I'm not going to do it next week, I'm going to start now. And people, you will find that fandoms love it, and they're going to say, oh my God, you look great, blah, 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 and it's going to become an addiction you can't get away from. And then years from now, you're going to have closets and basements and storage units full of costumes and no idea what to do with them. I should donate them somewhere.
Right. Do a little clean out.
Donate them to a high school
theater production. They would love that.
Yeah, I should do that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because I have tubs. We're talking, 2008 was when I really started doing this seriously. Oh my God.
So we're talking 15, 16 years worth of...
Shush. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. It's fun to look back through it, because in my studio where I make stuff, I do have mannequins wearing some of the costume builds that I made that I like, that I really, really like. And it's fun. It's good for your... It's also really good for your self-esteem.
Right. You'd say, I did that.
That's what I do.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I made that. I have no idea how I did it, but I made it.
Don't ask me to do it again, but I did it.
Yeah, because sometimes when I'm in the middle of making a costume, I was actually talking to Kiara.
Yes, your booth neighbor.
Yeah, my booth neighbor. She does a lot of 3D printing and a lot of cool stuff like that. And I was talking about how sometimes when you get a contract with a company to make a specific costume for a specific character, you don't get a ton of time to do it.
Yeah, it's a tight turnaround.
Very quick. So your brain is going to figure it out, make it work, figure out how to defy gravity. Physics doesn't matter here.
Throw it all out the window.
Yeah. So you learn a lot while you're doing it, but you have to trust yourself and trust the process, and sometimes it works out for you.
Awesome. Well, other than at your booth here this weekend, where can people keep up with you online?
You can find me anywhere at Alicia Marie Body. That's what Instagram. Sometimes on TikTok, not really, because TikTok becomes one of those places where you go there and you don't come out till 4 hours, 3 days later. So I try to avoid, but mostly X, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, those are places to find.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep those links linked below. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the convention, and good luck with your panels.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Come see me, booth 605.